Crash Course Live is presented by
Smash It Demolition Derbies, who host Bash for Cash, Blizzard Bash, and Capital City Carnage. Online at smashitderby.com. And Stirring Dirt Racing, host of Maymania's team show at the Golden Spike Arena in Ogden, Utah. Online at stirringdirtracing.com.
Reckless Abandon Derby Apparel and Derby Inc. Magazine. This is the Crash Course Demolition Derby podcast, recorded live at the FingerLakes1.com studios in downtown Seneca Falls, New York. And now your host, Chris Marquardt.
Did you say there's a show Thursday? Are you questioning that?
I didn't know what you were talking about.
It's the longest running show on Finger Lakes 1. It's the 31st lap, of course.
I thought you meant, when you say there's a show, I thought you were talking derby or race.
Derby and or race and or.
Like, hey, there's a show at Whitney Point. Are you going? Or hey,
there's going to be one Wednesday, Utica Rome's racing Wednesday, because the boat races didn't happen on Sunday.
Did you see the pictures of Cornwall? Not Cornwall, Brockville?
No.
They were trying to pump water off the track. It was from the infield looked at least a quarter of the way up the turns, if not halfway up the turns.
And that was Cornwall?
That was Brockville.
Oh, Brockville?
Yeah.
Yeah, both of those tracks are little bowls.
My brother's going through some pretty serious withdrawals.
Oh, yeah? Starts
getting, beginning of the week it's not bad, but then it rains and gets canceled and he kind of starts twitching.
I understand that. It's some of our friends here locally got to shake off the twitches. A lot of derby action that was happening here in Central New York. Land of Legends Raceway hosting a 30-car compact one and done. If you can believe that, that was a busy time. Justin Riley is waiting on the line with us right now to talk a little bit about that. Once again, we're a little premature on that one. This is a Crash Course Demolition Derby podcast. We appreciate everybody tuning in and hanging out with us here on FingerLakes1.tv, episode 274. On deck, we're going to be talking with Justin Riley. He, as you could hear, he was just apparently working on a car or playing a video game. I'm not sure what it was. But you could hear him in the back room around there. Zach Herman is joining us here in studio. He got the Mad Dog Award over there at the Land of Legends Raceway. We've got John King coming up in a little bit to talk about some upcoming events for him. He's got a demolition derby scheduled for Fulton Speedway coming up here on Saturday, and then we're going to round it out with Joey Pernice, who was able to park it in Victory Lane after he picked up a win in his hometown of New Alexandria, Pennsylvania, the New Alex Lion Club's Derby. I believe this was the first one of the year for them, and they run all summer long leading up to their championship program, so we'll be talking with him a little bit as well. But without any further ado, a very successful run for Justin Riley. Justin on the phone. Justin, man, congratulations on the win. That was a good one.
Yeah, thanks.
How tough was it? 30 cars. I'm sure it wasn't. A calm outing. You guys took to the track about 10:30, and 30 cars was done in about 25 minutes. I mean, what's that do for you? I mean, you're running it at a bit of a new place. It's not the same as the county fairs. You're running as part of a racing show, so you're not exactly the headline one way or the other. The show ends up drawing 30 cars, which is probably more than they anticipated getting. You know everybody out there, but it's not the same as the county fair atmosphere. Do you throw caution to the wind and just hit everybody in sight and treat it as if you know nobody, or does the politics start playing into it and you'd only hit the people you don't know until it's just down to you and your friends? Yeah.
Just kind of work with it.
Sure.
I mean, I know Cody was out there on the track, but I never seen him one time.
Right.
And Zach Herman, he was doing one great job out there.
Well, that's why he's here. One of the main reasons why he's here. Yep. Zach coming away with the Mad Dog Award out there.
No friends on this one.
No?
No, just hammered down.
Pull your chair up a little bit on that so that we can hear you a little better. Jamie Brown was out there, and James is always a factor when it comes to Mad Dog Award. Second place was Toby Wise. Mm-hmm. A lot of the names that we've come to know in terms of the Central New York compact scene we're out there shaking out the bugs as we get ready to move into the county fair season. A lot of these guys also looking at making the trips out to Bash for Cash here in the coming weeks, or Fulton this weekend, so getting the early run in and out of the way. Is this that ring rust type thing, Justin, to get out on the track and get one run in and just to sort of get reacclimated to what the sport is?
Yes, it was actually.
So you're hammering away now on a Bash for Cash car, you said?
Yeah. Working on a couple of them. Getting ready for that.
What are you guys taking out there?
Cody's taking out a kicker car. I'm running the pro stock.
How's that pro stock program coming together? That's a new class for them out there.
It's my car's almost done for the most part. It's not too much. It's not overkill.
I know it filled up quick. All the
Everything does.
Yeah, everything filled up quick. It's like most things that when they put them in out there, they fill up quick, and it's gonna be an interesting heat to watch. There's a little more than the wire cars done to them, so I would assume it's going to be possibly even a little more fast paced than the 80s wire, which would be nice because they really put on a hell of a show.
They put on a great show.
Be interesting to watch.
Zach, are you going out there for Bash for Cash?
I'm not. Nope. We're gonna stay home and get ready for the 2MAX3 Compact at Mini Meltdown.
And you guys are me and
Jamie Eldridge.
Jamie Eldridge.
We got picked on for that, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting.
I think Justin went second place at Outlaw this weekend in his hobby stock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He had a good run over there, and was it Jamie or which Jamie was
They
driving?
both racing there. I think
Both the boys do, right?
I think
Yep.
I think Jamie Jr.
He just broke out his new car this weekend.
Yeah, I think he had motor trouble though. I thought one of them had motor trouble, and I can't remember which it was. If it was Dad or Junior, I know one of them had motor trouble, but
Gotcha. So you're going to opt to stay home in terms of the track surface that you had over there at Land of Legends. After the modifieds and the sportsmen, they had 3 different groups of sportsman cars that running features over there. The 305 sprints, that track had to have been slicked off pretty good. Did they wet it down quite a bit so they were sliding around?
They put water on it before we come out. And
How fast did it run?
It was very tacky, though.
yeah, it was really
Get
tacky.
traction real good.
So it ran in pretty quick?
Yeah. The ag tires hooked up real nice.
Yeah.
yeah, racetracks usually get pretty good bite on them. Obviously they put some water down. They had a guy get injured up there a year or two ago, so which different crew promoting now than when that happened. But on a track like that, it gets running quick. I mean, it's that track holds heat, and you get the cars out there running on it. It's going to get tacky fast, and tacky means fast. So
it was definitely fast. The 5-speed definitely hooked up.
that's awesome.
You ran a 5?
I ran an 02 Hyundai Elantra 5-speed. Put some nice lugs on her and let her eat.
How did Hyundai Elantra?
Yeah, the thing wouldn't stop. I was so amazed.
And you said they drove on the trailer, right?
Oh yeah, cousin Devlin, he drove it right on the trailer.
So you're going to give that car to Sean now after he got his wheel knocked off?
No, I'm thinking about maybe as soon as John comes on the show later, ask him about a bumper rule, and might maybe take it Saturday and send her again.
I think that'd be cool. That'd be all right.
Was Matt Gaskin there too, Junior?
Yep,
yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, Junior was there.
I saw it. Said he was there. They said he pulled one out of the weeds and he was going to have some fun. So
he got down to 4th. He almost had it. Jerry Ott was that carbureted aluminum that he builds is nice.
Jerry Ott, he's a good builder and a good driver.
So I was thinking about Jerry Ott on my way in tonight, and he's like, I don't want to misrepresent it and say that he's a money driver, because he's not somebody that goes out and bags. He's and the other thing is regionally he's not winning piles and piles of money.
No,
but he always finishes in the money when he's out there. Half of our audience isn't going to know what this means, but he's like the Terry Labonte of Demolition.
Oh yeah,
like he's out there at the start, and then all of a sudden there's 3 or 4 cars left, and there's Jerry Ott, and his car looks perfect. He never took a bad shot, never put himself in a bad situation.
Yeah, Jerry's a really good driver, and he's got those Luminas figured right out. And we saw him at Penyan win against full-size cars.
9 other full-size cars.
Yeah,
he was the only one.
Jerry's good, and there's no doubt about it. And I mean, I
was actually in that heat. He beat me too.
Yeah, he's good, man. He knows what he's doing. I think he's went out and ran Bash a couple times with the compacts.
Yep.
But yeah, he's definitely always there at the end. And it was neat to see. I saw the rundown after the derby, and there were some different names in there mixed in, and it was cool to see some different guys up in there doing well.
Well, you guys were saying that they just kept coming. They just kept rolling in.
7 o'clock, I thought it would be over with, and there was 10 more to come in.
That's awesome.
It went from 20 to 30 within 15 minutes.
That's awesome.
It was a great turnout.
I can't remember the last time that a racetrack derby was
Had 30
drawing
cars.
strong like that.
Yeah. It was,
Maybe I'm just under a rock, but I don't remember.
It's been years. I mean, I can remember like when I first started running, I had a Ford wagon, a 70s Ford wagon, and we took it to Canandaigua. And I thought I was doing a stroke of business because I had 4 snow tires on it, and it looked cool. But it was like, this was probably, 94, 95-ish. I mean, it was, but like all the big names were there. Mark Benjamin was there, Aaron Bunce.
Now you say Ford wagon. You're talking 70s Ford wagon?
Yeah, 70s Ford wagon. Town and
Torino wagon, right?
Nope, Country Squire.
Yeah.
Country Squire. It was green.
That's the only color they made them in.
Yeah, but I mean, it was a big derby. There was probably 20 cars there then, but like I said, that was 94, 95. And it was hilarious. And Mark listens, so he may not think it's so funny, but Mark at occasion has rubbed some people wrong. And Mark may or may not have been outnumbered in that feature. And we were out there, and I was driving like a knucklehead, which is hard to believe. And all of a sudden, I look around, and there's like 4 other cars besides me running. I'm like, I am the man. This is awesome. And then I just overheated or something. But it was like it was Chevy wagons and Mopar wagons, and they kind of got after Mark, and I just took myself out. But it was fun. But I mean, after that, that's probably the biggest one I remember. Except Utica Rome used to get some at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Like they would have a cleanup show. Usually it would be like around the Super Dirt Series qualifier, small block. And I ran one over there one year and won, and that was probably 25, 30 cars.
Yeah.
That was
Those one and dones with that many cars, it's
so fun.
It's got to be.
It really is. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it.
This is one of the first times I've also seen it promoted the way it was, because the Ellisons did a great job of just advertising it. It was on Northeast constantly, so there was a bunch of advertising for it. They did a really good job of that. So that could have been the reason why they got 30 cars.
And I, with the way Paul Cole is with running Canandaigua, I'm sure he was, because he's really pro driver and pro show. So I mean, I would think that things will probably improve even more.
I don't think you'll ever see a derby Utica Rome again.
Really?
I don't think so. It'll be a long time before that happens. And an ordeal with rain and everything. This was last year.
Last year, yeah.
And I know Josh pretty well, and I work at Utica Rome. So
So what you're saying is Chris Marker's promoting the Demolition this
year?
No,
nope. What I can tell you is definitively that you will almost guarantee not see a Demolition Derby anytime soon over at Utica Rome.
That's funny. But that was fun. We were in there a couple times, and but like I said, there was like one or those 2 times I remember the biggest, and then after that they kind of dwindled down. You'd get 5, 7, 8, maybe 10 cars. I ran.
Afton used to draw well.
Yeah, that was a big show too. But I mean, again, that was early '90s,
and that wasn't part of their fare either. That was
like a small after a Friday night small block show. But it was late season, because I remember standing around guys with 55-gallon drums burning in the pits, which is great around race fuel. But
the burns right out.
Yeah, it goes quick. But I mean, it's always neat. I mean, I've always liked having derbies after races. I mean, we used to, for the longest time, that's the only thing I would see besides Waterloo, or if I saw anything, was if there was a race after a derby, you get to hang out and watch.
We were talking about that last week. Is that for the longest time, Waterloo, it was just mind blowing to think that there was demolition derbies happening other places than Seneca County. It's like, wait, other people do this?
Yeah.
And then there was only 3 other places that did it. It was Whitney Point, Bath, and 4, Canandaigua and Yates County, and then you start figuring how big the footprint is, and it's a game changer. Justin, what do you think about the 30-car one and done? You're running late at night. It has the potential to become anticlimactic for the fans. Thankfully, we're in a part of the country where that kind of stuff doesn't typically happen, and you guys were all out there running hard enough to where it stayed entertaining, and not that you wanted to end fast. It was settled pretty quick.
I mean, well.
Do you like running 30 cars at once?
What?
Do you like running 30 cars at once? Running one and dones?
Oh, yeah. I'll run one and dones anytime.
For the best, no parts.
Yeah, I agree.
Run it once, win or lose, load it on trailer,
go home. It's pretty nice.
Like the good ones.
You're telling that story about Mark Benjamin at Canada Speedway back then when that happened, that he got roughed up a little bit, and he took it home. He probably put 80 pounds of welding wire and a fresh coat of paint on it, and came back in 2 weeks and won Seneca County.
No, back then it was stick. It was all stick back then. It was old school.
All right, so he put
couple sticks. Yeah, he probably did. He probably did.
I stand by it.
Oh, I'm sure he won somewhere with that car. It was the funny thing is,
and still has it.
No, I just talked to Mark like a week or two ago, and he doesn't have anything left. His backyard storage lot is empty. He's got like 2 or 3 cars that they've run at Chemung, and that's really about it.
You know what they put in place of all those Chrysler wagons and GMs they had stacked up back there? It's all salt licks now.
Yeah, they do grow some big deer down there too. They used to grow derby cars, now they grow big deer.
Right.
But yeah, it was. I heard it was a really good show. Did Zach Westlake end up making it?
Yep, he ended up making. Yep, he still runs, but that car's beat. He had like an 04 Hyundai Sonata.
Yeah, well, I talked to Paul Michael Reynolds, and he's like, man, Friday night or Thursday night I was thinking about going, and I'm like getting a good start on it, Paul. But they were all going up to watch.
I guess Jerry Kirby gave him the car. I guess he pulled into work one day, had no brakes, and it went in the woods. So looked at Zach, said, "Here you go," and Zach stripped it out, and it was at the track this weekend.
That's awesome.
And you said Sean ran?
Yep, Sean Halstead ran with us. But his night didn't last too long after James Brown got to him. James Brown coming hot a couple times and took his night out.
James had the blinders on. Whatever's in front of him loses a wheel.
Kind of like Dan Bolton?
No.
James come in knowing.
No, because James didn't make a deal he was going to run with him first.
Oh, Dan makes a deal first. That's right. He was supposed to be running with Gully when he left him on the wall. I forgot. My bad.
James had the lumen, and he told everybody it's the 5th round and it ain't going home. So he dropped the motor right on the ground that night. So
that's awesome.
James?
Yep, so that car's done. He's going to be cutting her up.
Was Jerry there?
Yep, Jerry was there.
Yeah.
He was.
What style build was it? Was it a lighter build or was it?
You can add a bumper shocks, ag tires, not too much. No kickers, no plates, no none of that.
Yeah. That's one thing I hadn't heard is what
those
style
guys
build.
The Ellisons overseeing this thing. They know
Amazing.
what to do with the rules to draw cars. You know, you guys were talking earlier about what it was that helped make this one work. In addition to their promotion and stuff, the rule book. They know what everybody wants and what they need.
Yeah.
They want like a stock OEM bumper. You can seam weld it, no loaded. You can use bumper shocks with the brackets. It was well worth it.
You know, the one thing that really helps, I think, a lot with a compact show too, is as far as drawing fans, is those cars end up looking like, you know,
they look cool.
Yeah, when they get done, they're just tore up, and you know, I think fans enjoy seeing that. You know, the bottom line, most people like to see stuff get tore up. And
right.
Those compact cars, they end up.
We made some junk Saturday night.
Yeah.
You know what's a lot of fun to watch now that we didn't have maybe not even 5 years ago, is the way that the compacts are bending now. They look like the big cars used to. Their noses are coming up. It's not like they're just folding up and going all just falling to pieces. There's some science to the build, and they're bending strategically. So when they're done, the nose is way up in the air, the back's pushed in or flattened out, but it's not like it's dumped down into a potato digger if it's done right.
Yeah,
it sure does help when you have the aesthetics of it.
Yeah,
that 75 Buick bumper I got sitting on the stacks right now. So
that's one way to do it.
Yeah.
You said your car wasn't too bad, Justin?
I ran a 2001 Toyota Corolla. I ended up bending the front of it worse enough to where I could run it again, but I think she's going to the scrap pile.
You guys have got enough cars out there to where you don't have to run that kind of stuff. There's no thinking about it. Just get rid of it and on to the next one.
Pretty much.
I heard you said the Seegers were there too, right?
Yep, Seegers were there.
Yeah.
Marty and Lee.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean it was a who's who. You start looking at the rundown of who was at this derby at Land of Legends, and you start thinking about some of the dream compact matchups of the guys that we have. around here, and it's like, how cool would it be to see Jerry Ott make the trip out to run someplace like Wheel Days?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If we're just looking at what there is in New York State, if we could get some of these guys to overlap a little bit more, some of the guys that we didn't see, how cool would it be to have Travis Charleston come down and run against this group of guys? It'd be fun to put all them together. We're gonna get that in a couple of weeks when we all go to Ohio.
Yeah. Then you'll get it again at Mini Meltdown. You'll get a pretty unique mix when you get out there as well.
That's the one thing I told Sean. I said, if you do any good in the show, I said, you got to be proud of yourself. The level of guys that are here.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I told myself I wasn't winning. That's why I just went out and put it down.
Yep.
Because that show, it was just a lot of
the
good
drivers. Speeds come to mind, too. The good speeds from out east, if they could sometime make the trip out here, it would be a lot of fun to see that. But, you're right. Mini Meltdown, that's in their wheelhouse. You're definitely going to see them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, that's you get a big show like that, and that's like I said 100 times, it's fun to run those shows because A, it's a nice big show, and B, you get to see how you can do. How my build is against this guy, how this guy drives. It's fun to to run against some different people and to run against some guys that are successful.
Was Tracy Young there? I got him mixed up with the Seegers.
He wasn't there.
No, Tracy wasn't there.
No. For the summer season, what are you going to be doing, Justin?
Well, Mini Meltdown's on the list, and Kings of Old School's on my list too.
We're looking in August for that one, right?
Yeah, and there's another show that we run, Steuben County Fair in Bath.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Kings was September 15th.
Yeah, Kings is September
15th.
Yeah, September 14th or 15th.
I got one going to that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just picked up a 73 Lincoln Continental 4-door.
Yeah, I got to try to find something for that show.
What are you going to do to fix the rails in the back?
I don't know. I'm just going to send that one too, probably.
Not going to worry about it.
No.
Back's for defense. If nobody gets to it. It worked.
We got to put stockpile of cars out behind Luffman's now, so this year's all about running them all.
Cool.
Is there a stockpile of the good stuff and the stockpile of Zach stuff?
Oh, yeah, there's definitely a little pile just for me.
Nothing wrong with that.
We're definitely going to bend some stuff this year.
Nothing wrong with that.
Does Bath still run with those unified rules, Justin?
Yes, they do.
We're a couple years into that now. Everybody's sort of on the same page a little bit more consistently than what they were when that first launched. Is that working? Is it boosting the car counts?
I don't think it is. I mean, there's still probably 20 cars that show up. I mean, there's 10 cars a night for the unified class for the big cars, and there's normally about 40 compacts per night for the unified rules too.
Right. And
other than that, they're pretty solid rules.
Yeah, the rule book's good, yes, and that's one of those challenges that we've talked about with up as high as Smash It Demolition Derbies, with having multiple crews going multiple places, getting everybody to interpret the rules the same way, and you can have as many meetings as you want, but the driver's always going to feel like the rules are being interpreted differently from one show to another, and that sets in motion those dominoes of conflict where eventually that will settle down. It's a good group of people that are taking care of that, and I'm glad to hear that you guys are continuing to go support Bath and Steuben County.
Who are the other tracks? Is it Penn Yan?
Last I knew it was Penn Yan and Canandaigua, right?
I think so. But is who's promoting the fair this year at Canandaigua?
That I don't know. I was wondering that myself. I don't know.
Because
at one point the conversation was the fair was going to take it over.
Oh, really?
Do it on their own.
I know this is the first time that they're having 2 one and dones. The Ellisons are coming back June 26th, and they're having another one and done of the compact class again.
That's cool. Which that'd be about a month. That's a month before the fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's the week after the Mini Meltdown. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. June gets busy. We get back from Bash for Cash, and we have Road Rage, then we have Mini Meltdown, then we have Canandaigua again, and then basically 2 weeks after that's Yates County.
Yeah, and then that starts the trifecta
again. Yeah. Doesn't slow down any after that.
No.
Nope.
How about Cody? You guys going to run any additional fair stuff or sticking to the standalone programs?
Pretty much just the normal gimmicks, Bath, and probably Penn Yan.
Cool. That's good. That kicker car, you'll be able to get some mileage out of that this year. I believe it. I mean, he
ran that a bunch last year.
He's a guy that's usually pretty prepared. He doesn't mess around. I mean, I don't remember hearing a lot of stories about Cody waiting until the last final possible minute. He's usually got the stuff pretty well put together.
The thing with derby cars was you're always doing something last minute.
Oh yeah, we're definitely last minute right now on these bash cars.
Still got what? 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Plenty of time. 10 days. 10 days. Plenty of time. You guys going to leave Thursday or leaving Friday?
I believe we are leaving Thursday.
Yeah. Get out there, and then it gives you more time to weld on site.
Absolutely. We get through inspection early, and then what they don't catch, you can then what they do, you can fix. And
right.
I remember Cole's car last year. It had a lot of white paint on it.
That's the way you got to do it, though. If you're going out there, that's the way you got to build to compete. I mean, everybody else is going to do it. You got to be willing to.
Brian told me one time the simple fix to get around that is just to paint your car white. Either
that or just bring the color of your car, and then you go back to the thing and you just cover up some of that white and see if they forget about it.
Been there. Seen that happen.
Yes, we have.
I watched you on Tilt-A-Vic one day in Waterloo's pits.
Yeah, I untilted that.
With a spray can?
No, we actually untilted it.
Untilted, so it didn't have to cut.
No, we actually untilted it. Brett said, "Here, I'll do it." I said, "Okay." It's only Ford I ever ran. Oh, no, it's not the only Ford I ever ran there. Last Ford I ran there. Finished, I think, third or fourth.
That was a green one.
Yeah.
Right? You need to run a box wagon just one time.
Nah.
Got one. Wagon. I'll sell you one.
Look at that. Let's make a deal.
No, because I'd drive it the same way I do everything else. You'd be able to put the taillights back in it. What's the use of having a wagon?
Those do all right.
As long as you tilt it and pressurize it and all that work. I don't want to do that.
Right? Well, yeah, there's that part.
There's that part. Well, there is the chain and go or chain and bang or whatever they're calling it at Waterloo this year.
Yeah. I heard you have to have the plastic inner fender still.
Really?
Little things like that. That's what they're going to make stick. So
I haven't even...
Should be interesting.
All I heard was that it was like an 80s and newer chain and go. That's all I've heard. I haven't looked at the rules. I haven't
seen no rules for
anything yet. But
build it how you want. Cut when you get there.
The real secret is who's inspecting.
It's not Brian Tompkins. No. I heard that again this weekend.
You're inspected out there?
I heard it again this weekend. Brian Tompkins is not inspecting.
That is not.
Tell your friends, your enemies, whatever. Brian Tompkins is not inspecting.
That's the real secret of this show coming up for Waterloo.
I heard it's going to be Chris Marquardt.
That is a lie. I don't know who you heard that from. They better check their sources. I am not inspecting. No, sir. I want no part of that.
Nope.
We'll be inspecting some RC cars Thursday night.
Yeah. We'll be inspecting some RC cars.
Yeah, we got that. That is sitting out there. That's going to be kind of cool. We'll have a chance to do it underneath the 4-H show pit. We got to put some carpet down or something because the derby cars are not. The RC derby cars are not going to be happy running on the mulch. So I got to.
You don't think they'll like the wood chips?
No. Nope, I don't think so at all.
Break it all up and then we'll spread it all back.
Have you been over there?
No.
That fairgrounds was built in 1921. They put wood chips in, and they've just been adding to it ever since.
You ain't kidding. You are not kidding.
You start digging down, you're going to excavate a hole that's 10 feet deep, and you're still going to be digging out wood chips. That's not going to be a good time. Not going to be a good time. No, we'll put the walls up, and provided all the cows are already moved out of there. Hopefully the screeches don't end up upsetting any of the cattle that are inside livestock barns.
You ever been to a real life stampede?
Not this decade. No.
Could happen.
No. No. We don't want that. No stampedes. No stampedes. Let's see. All right. So we got just watching the clock and making sure we're on pace with anything. Justin, anybody that you want to make mention of or any recognitions you want to throw out there regarding your run from Land of Legends Raceway and the win in the Compact Derby that was hosted by the Ellison family this weekend?
Well, I'd like to thank the Ellisons because that was something new for me to go run after a race and that.
Yeah.
And I had a great time.
Where's this win fall in terms of your career? I mean, you've had a chance to run dozens of county fairs. You run all over New York State. Had the chance to get out to Ohio and see derbies out there. You know, where's this one fall?
Well, I could say that was my third actual feature win, you could say.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And so it was pretty good.
Awesome. Well, congratulations again on the win. I'm glad everything went well. Be safe getting out to Ohio. We certainly look forward to catching up with you and Cody and the rest of the gang out there when we get to Bash for Cash.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, man. Goes Justin Riley, getting ready to make the trip out to Bash for Cash. I suppose now is as good a time as any to let you know more of the details about Bash for Cash. Bash for Cash is the Ross County Fairgrounds in Chillicothe, Ohio. The schedule goes as such. Friday the 24th of May is going to be the compact heat, 7 o'clock start time for that one. Saturday the 25th, the compact consi rolls off at 3 o'clock. Power wheels are at 4. Turn back the clock, and the kicker heat scheduled for 5 o'clock. Sunday the 25th is Championship Sunday, 11 o'clock start time for the turn back the clock and kicker class consolation rounds. 1 o'clock is all the one and dones. That's the Frank the Tank old school wire class, the light trucks, the 80s wire classes, stuff like that. And then at 4:30 is scheduled to be the start of the 3 main features. The 3 main features beginning at 4:30. Of those, we're looking at purse structures for the near Big Rock kicker class of $11,000 to win. The derbytees.com turn back the clock class, $12,000 to win. DEC headers compacts are $10,000 to win. The 80s and newer pro stocks, as Justin alluded to, $7,000 to win. And then $2,000 to win each for the relic class, the Frank the Tank old school wire class, 80s wire class, full size trucks, youth compacts, compact trucks, and street stocks. It's a mouthful. Bash for Cash, May 24th through the 26th. SmashItDerby.com for details. Again, online, Smash It Derby. If you can't make it, all the action will be streamed live online at derbynation.tv. So we've got John King here coming up momentarily to talk a little bit more about what he's got planned. They've jumbled their schedule significantly. He's going to try and help us all make sense of that. And I know Zach has been waiting for this phone call since he saw the information go up, because this determines whether or not he goes to Fulton Saturday.
Well, I think it's the rain that's going to decide whether or not anybody goes anywhere.
When I got up Sunday morning, I already had text messages from Utica Rome saying they were all done. I'm like, they just can't catch a break.
I bet you we got an inch of rain yesterday.
Woodhull got their race in.
Sealed it today.
What's that?
If not, it sealed it today.
Yeah, it was. We got a ton of rain. Not much for motorsports going on in the Northeast right now.
I was nervous Friday afternoon when it kept raining and raining. I said, "Oh boy, it keeps raining like this. We ain't running Saturday." Then Dundee had their shows Friday night.
The first, well, I guess technically second derby I ran was a race. It was a derby after a race, and they'd rained out the races. And they were gonna send us home. And they're like, we can do it. So they let us go out and run on the track. It was a blast.
Did you rut that thing up bad?
No, because it wasn't.
It never got opened up, right?
It was, well, you could open it up, but it was so slick.
Hey, John, let me put you.
It was so slick you were sliding, you know what I mean? Like the surface was so wet that you were just sliding around on the track and you weren't sitting in one spot.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you weren't taken down.
Yeah, it was
interesting.
Fun.
I'm surprised that you went with the bar tires on that slick track. Zach, really? I mean, I was thinking that you go for like an all-weather or snow tire or something.
I was actually praying for on the water just because of that fact.
Yeah.
But with the standard, it was easy. Just ease on the clutch for a minute. Don't dump it.
You're gonna have a challenge with that a little bit later on this year. When you get into some of those rear-wheel drive cars.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
We'll talk about that when the show's over. John King's joining us on the show now. John, Zach, you've been waiting. Here it is. Find out what you got to know for Fulton.
Just want to know about the bumper rules, all. See if we can add some brackets. If we can add brackets with bumper shocks, I'll be there.
John?
Hello?
Hey. Welcome to the show, John. Zach's wanting to know if you could do bumper swaps and run bumper shocks.
I'll tell him what the bumper rule is right here now.
Perfect.
Okay? It says, any car bumper may be used. Bolted or welded bumpers must be cut to fit width of car. Bumpers may be welded to the frame. No metal added. And bumpers cannot be filled. No homemade bumpers.
Can we weld it to the shock, then weld the shock to the frame? With the bracket? The GM brackets?
The best thing to do is if somebody wants to know about the bumper rules. See, I don't inspect the cars much, but my son does. I can give them. They can text me on Facebook or something, and they can talk to the inspectors. That way, they'll get it straight.
Fair enough. So you got a derby.
I don't want to tell them something, and then they can't do it, and then they get there and they say, "Well, John told us we could." So.
Done there before.
Familiar song, huh?
Terry, turn that down.
John's got a derby coming up this weekend at Fulton. You excited?
Oh, I hope it kicks our season off good. So, but we'll have to see. Hopefully, the four-letter word won't be there.
Right.
So, because I've been trying to get Utica Rome, as you know. We've been trying to get Utica Rome races, and I'm in a withdrawal.
Over at Fulton's going to be $1,000 to win for the 4 and 6 cylinder cars, and then $750 to win for the light trucks and the vans.
Yep. It's going to be 1,000, 300, and 200 for the 4 and 6 cylinders, but they've got to be under 109-inch wheelbase.
And there's no attendance clauses on that. That's $1,000 if there's 30 cars or if there's 5.
That's guaranteed.
There you go. So now.
And then the 750, and what was the other? Let's see. So 750, 250, and 100 for the junkyard, compact junkyard run.
Cool.
And that's guaranteed too.
Rangers, S10 Blazers.
All my shows this year, I have guaranteed purses.
That's good.
So
you've got.
Hopefully people will. Now that we're not associated with Brookfield, hopefully people will follow us other places and bring cars and their fans. But I'm just hoping that they will, because we're looking forward to some new derbies here that we haven't done at all. So,
well, that's a good jumping off point right there. So what are some of these new events that folks can look forward to on the King's Crash from Smash from schedule?
Well, first of all, like you say, we got the Fulton one, and that's Saturday night. And then we go to Afton, June 23rd. We've got the Afton Fair now. And their big cars feature is going to pay $1,500 to win. That's of course, that's 107 and over wheelbase. That could be 6s and 8s. That's what that will be. Second will be 500.
Gotcha.
And then we got the small car class, which is under 107-inch wheelbase. That's going to pay $1,000 for first, $300 for second. Let's see. And each if we have heats, which we're going to have for the 4 and 6 cylinders, I don't know how many 8 cylinders we'll get, but that'll pay. Each one of the heats will pay $100 at 2 places, so in a trophy. So
it's $100 for the last 2 running, plus trophies for the last 2 running.
Yep. And if we have a Mad Dog, the Mad Dog will be thrown in there too.
Cool.
For the feature. But and it's $25 pre-entry or $30 at day of the show, and the pit passes will be $15 down there to Afton. And hopefully this will be start of a good thing, because they've been after me, and now that I'm not associated up above my hometown after 20 years, I hope to get together with them for quite a while. The only different in our rules, the rules down there will be our rules, except for there's no aggressive tires on any of the cars. But that's about the only other rule would be they got to put a kill switch within reach.
Right.
And we will have the rules up soon on our website and stuff, because, like I say, it is getting close. It's 2 months now. And if anybody ever wants, we're always looking for Mad Dog trophy sponsors too. So if anybody wants to do that, they can get a hold of us on Facebook.
That aggressive tire thing, that's only going to be for this year. Is that going to go away moving forward once they start understanding where Derby's at?
Well, see, the problem down there is it's so close to the greens. It's so close to the people.
Sure.
And they don't want it. And plus the firemen, the insurance company, they don't want aggressive tires because it's so close. And I mean, it is close. So,
is aggressive tire, is there a definition to that, or is that a matter of opinion? Because
I think it's like they could use bigger tires and stuff like that, but see, I don't think they're going to allow. I don't think we're going to allow the snow tires or the lug tires or the tractor tires or like that.
Gotcha.
So it's going to be basically like a DOT tire, all-season tire, or as long as it's a straight tread tire.
Gotcha.
See, we can't have aggressive tires right now. That's what it is now, but I imagine it's going to stay the same because the track is so close. That's our only downfall that I can see. But,
well, little by little, progress isn't made overnight. It'll come.
Well, that's true. I'm just hoping the people will show up down there so we can have a good show and everybody will be pleased. But we'll have to wait and see.
And what was the date for Afton again?
Afton's date is June 23rd.
And then have you got any other shows that are lined up at this point?
Yep. Oh yeah, we got the show. This is the other announcement that we were going to make on our Facebook pages. As of right now, July 4th, down at Shenango County Fairgrounds, they got us putting out on a show down there for them. But and that's for our same classes that we always run at Brookfield, the 4 and 6 cylinders under the 107 inch wheelbase, and then anything over that goes into 6 and 8. So, okay, and we will be holding a demolition derby at Shenango County Fair, $10 admission, and then it's drivers. It would be $30 to enter the car, and 12 and under would be free. And let's say it's big cars are 107, over 107 inch wheelbase. That's a guaranteed $1,000 to win first in the feature. And the small cars will be under 107 inch, and that's $1,000 to win there. And then they got a recording artist, Cassidy Wynn will be performing after that, and they'll have a huge fireworks. So
nice.
Down there, the pit passes are going to be $10. I think they're going to charge them $10 to get through the gate for the music and the fireworks too. So
we're looking again. That was July 4th, the Shenango County Fairgrounds, typically called Norwich.
It'll be at 4 p.m. That's the time the derby will start. So.
Gotcha.
You familiar with that now?
Yeah, you just had me surprised. I don't know my counties, I guess.
Yeah, Norwich.
And now which one? Okay.
Well, that's
okay, and then after that one, Chris, we got one at Brewerton Speedway.
Okay.
June 28th. That same classes that we always run.
Right on.
At Afton. At Brewerton. And Fulton, we got one August 24th, too. But we might change up. It depends on how many vehicles we get in that junkyard run class. If we change the class at the last derby at Fulton, we might change the classes, the one class.
Sure.
So we've been thinking about putting one class, our normal class, a chain and bang, and then running our 4-cylinder class, which is beefed up, where you can use the bigger tires, the lug tires and stuff like that. So I don't know. I got to talk that over with Corey too, and then the last one I got is let's see. Okay, it is, instead of me being at Brookfield, we will be helping out Midsummer Mayhem in Downsville at 1 p.m.
That's
on
cool.
July 13th.
Nice.
So, and I know towing will be a little further, but this should be a great show. Grandstand's $5. Pit pass is over 16 or $10. It's $1,100 to win, guaranteed. $1,000 for Mad Dog. That's 4 and 6 cylinders. That's the class we're running down there. The total payout could increase with car count.
Right on.
The hope is to pay every driver that makes the feature. So
that'd be
hopefully
cool.
We're going down and helping them out because I have no other place to go that day.
Right.
I'm not allowed in my own town anymore. So, and the one at Fulton, there is we used to have a rollover contest at Brookfield, and now we've moved that down to Afton. So if anybody's crazy enough other than my relatives, there will be a rollover contest in Afton for that. So So, but another thing, Chris, I want to thank everybody that's supported me over the last 20-some years at Brookfield. Mm-hmm. I said, this really kills me, but including you, because you've helped me out a lot up here. And like I say, I appreciate everybody's coming, the fans, the drivers, the tow drivers, and people like you that come, and Jay Tweedy, and all them guys. Anybody that's helped me out, I appreciate it greatly, because without them people and you guys, I couldn't do my show. It's just like without my family, I could not do one show. That's why we're going elsewhere now. So
sure. Well, I mean, you close the door, open a window. You got a bunch of new opportunities and a bunch of new avenues to take your brand of Demolition Derby elsewhere. Picking up Afton's a good pickup. Picking up Norwich is a good pickup. Going as part of that Midsummer Mayhem event in July. That'll be a good change of pace. Yep. You know, you get outside of what you're accustomed to at home, and you see a little bit of the way the rest of the world works. And who knows, you might find a diamond in the rough once you get around and get to travel a little bit.
Yeah, I'm always open to if somebody wants to call, and I'm always open to help people. That's for sure. Because, like I said, I've helped a lot of the guys, different shows and stuff, just to help them out and get them to show, help with their shows. But sure, I don't mind doing that. But I know after 20 years up here, that does break my heart. But what can you do? Got to move on.
It's a sticky situation, but you've been able to come out of it with some new opportunities. That's always good.
Yep.
Jump on Facebook. Yep. You can look up Kings Smash and Crash and Demolition Derbies. You can find the whole schedule. All the rules are going to be posted there in the coming weeks as well, because those Derby dates are creeping up on us pretty quick, John. You got to get that stuff out there.
Yep. We're going to get it up on our Facebook and stuff. We'll get the schedule and stuff, and the rules for Afton will be out by the end of the week, and
perfect.
The final rules. But it's most of it is all our other rules except for the tire rules and the kill switch. So other than that, the rules are like our ones that were at Brookfield. So
awesome. Well, John, congratulations on the new pickups. I'm glad that King Smash and Crash has been able to land on their feet in the wake of all the stuff that happened at home, and we wish you the best. We'll probably see you sometime this summer.
Well, we'll probably see me at Utica Rome too. Probably.
I'll probably see. Yeah, I'll see you in about a week.
Thanks a lot for letting me be on here, Chris. And I appreciate what you do for us.
Sure bet, man. Good luck this weekend at Fulton.
Okay, thank you.
We'll see you.
Yep.
There goes John King weighing in. Got a derby coming up at Fulton Speedway. And,
if they dug all the clay off and down the asphalt at Fulton, I think they could run the derby.
I know, right? That'd be fun.
Let it run.
I know I've asked you this before. You never did asphalt, right? You never did an asphalt derby. I don't even think there's any tracks around for you to try.
I don't know. I'm too young for them, I think.
There's the only place in two places I know in New York, three places. Shangri-La is now a stone quarry. Holland Speedway still runs a Night of Destruction once a year. That's on asphalt. Then had a couple shows there, and then the old Spencer Speedway, which turned into Apple Valley, which might be Spencer again. I know they've had asphalt derbies there, but they haven't had those there.
Hang on, let me put you.
So
closest I get to those is YouTube.
Yeah. Never done one, man.
No, never done one.
Did they ever have a derby at Oswego?
Yes, they did. Nick ran up there a few times.
Did he?
But it was like crazy, like stock, and like they wanted people to leave cars there. And it was strange.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah,
right. Still.
Yeah,
at the Steel Palace.
Yeah,
that'd be.
It's got to hurt hitting them steel walls too.
Oh, yeah,
because they don't move. See some modifieds do
it. You can knock them down all you want. They don't give. Mm-hmm. They don't give. All right. So rounding out our evening, Joey Pernice joining us on the line following his win at the New Alex Lion Club Demolition Derby. Congratulations, Joey, man. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
We're doing okay.
What's
we
up,
got
Joey?
we got the good news from Uncle Todd here today that you pulled down the win. How was it?
Good. It was good. Finally got to beat the old veterans, you know.
Right.
What happened to Mark down there?
He took a bad shot in the front end, started lifting up, and then came down to me and him, and I saw he was weak, so I guess I just started going at it with him, and it stalled blow it out a couple times, and the last time he couldn't get it fired up.
So, I mean, did you kind of feel bad putting the old man out of his misery, or was it time for the young?
Yeah, I felt bad. So at the end, I could have really cleaned him up, but I sort of just hanged low and waited for him to flag me out.
You should have done the right thing and shut off for him. Let him keep his confidence up.
No. I ain't doing that.
So, I mean, is this a turn of the page? I mean, we got a new lion in charge down there at New Alex, or what? I mean, you gonna dominate throughout the summer and win the fall, or what?
Yeah, I plan on winning every derby they have there.
Is Mark going to run any other derbies down there?
I think he might fix that car up and bring it out. The next one is June 15th. To get his second run into being a championship.
Yeah, I was going to say, they all got it wrong because they got to run the championship in September. Or
I was thinking about Joey wanting to win all of them.
Yeah,
but must be Mark's not going to run it
anymore. You got to get your 2 runs in so that you're qualified for the championship, and then that's when the big money comes out.
Sure.
Are Todd and Steve going to run down there and get qualified this year?
Todd actually ran for, Saturday night with us.
What happened to him?
He broke a drive shaft real early. He got 5th.
Oof. What do you have, a wagon?
Yeah, wagon. Yep. From the wagon that Coletto had in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sure.
He must have been getting after it pretty hard to break a drive shaft.
Yeah, it was hitting off the floor, and I guess it hit something really stiff, and it really bent. It blew it into about 3 pieces, so he's lucky it didn't come through the floor.
Yeah, he is.
Very lucky.
Todd's right next to the seat, too.
Todd's sometimes rough on equipment. We've seen him burn up a transmission or two over the years. Literally burn up a transmission or two.
Yeah, he's definitely a rough one.
I remember Todd talking at the early derby at Brookville. Remember everything got shuffled around during that Reckless Warrior deal, and they ended up having a derby relocated or rained out and a run the week before the Keystone Nationals, and Davey Chapman came down and ended up getting the win, and Todd was there in the middle of the track, and he was so excited. This new transmission, and ended up going up in smoke right there in front of everyone. Do you remember that?
I don't.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and
it was up in a big ball of flame.
Yep, he did not stop honing on that thing.
Oh, he didn't.
Until it just poof right at the firewall, and it was all over.
Yeah, Todd's right foot gets a little heavy.
Yeah, he's definitely a wild one, that's for sure.
Now,
doesn't really care about much.
I may have misunderstood how New Alex worked in years past, but I thought you had to win in order to get qualified. Have they changed something? Now you only have to run twice?
Well, you have to get in the top 5 once, I think it is. Okay. And then you just have to show up and pull on the track for the second one. I think that's how it goes now.
I mean, New Alex...
I could be wrong.
We joke about, New Alex and how well these guys do down there and their regular front runners, the Sciopa crew, but it is no slouch derby down there. The Quinslers run there. They've had a bunch of out-of-town talent that comes in and runs, and I mean, obviously Mark's had his fair share of success, and now it's Joey's turn to kind of capture that. So it's no easy path, and then by the time we get around to the championship night, just about everybody that's anybody's already qualified, and it gets rough out there.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, yes, it does.
Joey, were you running a Ford?
Yeah, that 98-02.
Nice. Did Corletto run?
No, he didn't run. He bitched up at the last minute. He's just like Steve, though. Steve did the same thing. Oh, I'm gonna run with you guys. And then didn't show up. Maybe he knew better. I don't know.
Whoa, I like it. That's awesome.
Your phone's probably blown up right now.
Oh, goodness. So, Joe, you
getting 100 texts.
Where's next? Where's the next place you're going to go run?
I'm going to go run New Alex June 15th. Just a bunch of local shows.
Not ready to take on the big national tours yet?
What's that, guys?
So you're not ready to take on the big national tours yet?
I ran the Bash last year, but I was going to take this car, but I cut it up a little bit with New Alex, so I'm just going to stick to there for now, and then at the end of the year, run kicker shows with it.
That's cool.
Laid it all up where I cut it.
That's cool. Did you run to Florida this year?
What's that?
Did you run down to Florida this year?
Yeah, I ran Florida.
I see. I talked to Steve a little bit. Steve has found a racetrack to have the Winter Nationals at next year.
Oh boy,
it's going to be. He said it's clay with some dirt mixed in. He said they will. It'll be smooth and things will be good. So, looking forward to that already.
That's what he says.
Looking forward to that already. So now, do you and Mark work together or no?
Yeah, me and Mark. He's actually my boss.
Man, you must have had rough duty today after beating the boss Friday night, didn't you?
Yeah, a little bit. Wasn't bad.
Well, at least he's talking to you.
Yeah, he still talks to me.
That's cool.
For now.
That's cool. I just think it's neat how all you guys have such a good time down there running with each other and get after each other on the track. It definitely is a good show.
Yeah, it definitely is. Yes, it is.
So you said New Alex, and is there any other events that you're going to be doing down there with the return of the Keystone Nationals? Is that something that's on the radar?
No, I'm not going to run the Keystone Nationals. I'm going to run the hardcore tour.
Okay.
A bunch of local guys promoting all the local derbies and all. They're going to do like a big tour. So I'm going to run that and hopefully qualify for their championship as well.
Nice.
Cool.
Not bad. And
Yeah.
are we going to see you in Ohio? Not necessarily with a car, but just helping out the crew.
Yeah, I'll be in Ohio.
Nice.
Hanging out.
Good deal. Well, you going to bring your new Alex? You going to bring your new Alex trophy out there?
Yeah, hopefully.
There you go.
Bring it out there and show it off.
So now, did you take the trophy home, or did you take it back to Todd's shop and put it on the shelf?
I took it home.
There you go. That a boy.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Good deal.
What's that pay to win now?
It was 1,000.
That's not bad.
Yeah, just like the qualifying nights are 1,000, and the championship's usually like 2,500 or 3 year in.
That's not a bad night work.
No.
Did you at least buy Mark a coffee this morning?
Yeah, I bought him a sandwich for lunch.
All right. Well, you got to keep them guys happy, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know.
Awesome.
That's cool, man.
Well, when I got the news that you won today, I was pretty happy. That's awesome. I'm real happy for you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Anybody that you want to thank?
Just the Siopas, Steve, Mark, Todd, Mark Burrows, Corletto. They help out a lot.
We asked about the car. We didn't find out what engine you had in it. What motor was in there?
Redline.
Nice.
Is that your Redline?
It's actually Steve's old Redline, and I bought it off of him. So.
Gotcha.
Good deal.
Cool. Well, that's not
now,
so bad either.
Was Big Wayne there supervising Friday night?
Yeah, Big Wayne was there supervising.
Attaboy. Can't have that success without Wayne there, man. He keeps everybody doing what they're supposed to do and keeps things running
He's
smooth.
the taskmaster.
Big Wayne. He kind of runs the show.
Yes, he does. Whenever he ain't there, we're not on our A game. That's for sure.
That's definitely the truth.
That's great. Well, Joey, man, I'm thrilled that you got that win, and now you're well on your way to getting qualified for that championship. It'd be nice if we were talking with you again, and at the end of the summer after that championship event win too.
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you, guys.
Be safe the rest of the summer, and keep in touch. Let us know how things are going at New Alex.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Yep. Bye.
There goes Joey Pernice. Is he out of school yet?
Yes, I think.
Yeah. By what, a year? Not
2 or 3.
Is it?
Yeah.
Time flies.
I think he and Steve's middle daughter went to school together. I remember she was in her 2nd or 3rd year of college.
I remember when he brought that. I think it was like a 93 or 92, 94 Impala Caprice thing to Clarion, and it was so bizarre because it was atypical for what they usually run, and he did okay with it. He got some hardware with it.
He for Derby, a young Derby man, he's growing up in the right neck of the woods.
Yeah.
He's got some good guys that are teaching him and helping him out. But I'll tell you what, that kid works his butt off. He doesn't get anything for free.
Nope.
I mean, he's always working. He busts his butt, but I mean, he's in a great part of the Derby world to learn and pick stuff up.
That is for sure. Well, what do you think? We covered a lot of ground. Anybody that you want to make mention of?
Oh, definitely got to say a shout out to Luffman's, because if it wasn't for them, there wouldn't be nothing. Pina helps me out a lot. Shout out to Dave and Devlin, just the crew, the normal crew that comes around, always gets their hands dirty. Other than that,
Sean, being a good sport.
Yeah, Sean, been a good show. We're gonna get a hold of him the next derby. James got a hold of him for us, so we'll try again.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming in, Zach. It was good to see you. Congratulations on the Mad Dog. Justin Riley making some time for us as they get ready for the Bash for Cash. John King with some new dates, and Joey Pernice coming away with the win over there at New Alex. We appreciate everybody making some time for us here on 274. That's going to do it for this one. We'll see everybody again next Monday. Thanks a lot. Oh, come on. Won't let me finish. There we go. Now we're out. Crash Course Live is presented by Smash It Demolition Derby, who host Bash for Cash, Blizzard Bash, and Capital City Carnage. Online at smashitderby.com. And Stirring Dirt Racing, hosts of May Mania's team show at the Golden Spike Arena in Ogden, Utah. Online at stirringdirtracing.com. Reckless Abandon Derby Apparel, and Derby Inc. Magazine. This is the Crash Course Demolition Derby podcast, recorded live at the FingerLakes1.com studios in downtown Seneca Falls, New York.